Yes, people, welcome back to Let's Talk Premier League. It's finished. It was a good game though, but it's finished 3-1. Well, good game if you're an Arsenal fan, that is. But I'm joined by Luke. Luke, how you doing, bro?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad at all. So starting off with obviously the sort of match. What were your thoughts?
I mean, first off, I was pretty happy. I thought we dominated again, as we always tend to do against teams. We dominate, but we're just wasteful again. I can't remember. It was who was it? I think it was the save from the keeper, a very good save, and Erdegaard missing a good chance in like the first 4 minutes. We could have been 2-0 up
Yeah.
inside 4 or 5 minutes. And I think, eventually we got the goal. Bit lucky, you could say, because the keeper's flat at it. But again, we just take control as we always do. And the second half was just really poor. We started off scrappy, and then Sabaj comes on, and there's an error between two players. And they
Yeah.
score, and we lose our heads. We lose control of the game. The momentum shifts. And then, luckily enough, Gabriel saves us. And then Mohamed El Neni, what a goal! What can I say? But it's good subs by Arteta, to be fair, to bring him on. But he did kind of get lucky with the shift of the game from Gabriel's goal. But overall, I'm happy with the win. I'm just not too pleased with the performance.
Yeah, I thought the performance was a bit shaky. The result, yeah. Look, 3 away goals. You should be through now. Obviously,
Never
don't
know.
count your chickens too much, but 3 away goals should do it. But the performance, especially in the second half, was quite sloppy, I thought. A couple of comments here. Charlie saying, "How are you, Niall and Luke?" And Cammy saying, "Hi, I'm back now. What you talking about now?" We're talking about the Arsenal Olympiakos game. It finished 3-1 to Arsenal. Luke, what's your thoughts on? Let's talk the sort of substitutes to start with. They were fairly all right. I mean, I know Saul's on his channel was quite critical of El Nene being warmed up and ready to come on, but he's actually gone and got you a breathing goal, really.
Yeah, well, I mean, let's not talk about the first sub. I mean, it was just I don't really get it unless he's resting party for Sunday. I can't understand it. But I mean, listen, he had El Neni like warming up for about 10 minutes before the goal, and it looked like we're drawing 1-1, and he's bringing on a defensive midfielder. I didn't really get it, but then luckily we got the goal, and it makes more sense because you're bringing on a defensive midfielder along with two very creative players in Smith Rowe and Pepe, who I thought actually helped us get a hold on the game more. Smith Rowe's getting on the ball in some nice areas, picking up, and Pepe looked pretty dangerous. But yeah, it was like when you look at it and the how the game was going, I thought the subs were actually pretty spot on today. And he made them at the right time, just after the goal. We need to be more careful. We need fresh legs because you want to rest the key players for Sunday. So fair enough to Arteta. I think he got it pretty much spot on, bar one substitute. But yeah, we'll see on Sunday, really.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. A couple of comments here. Cammy saying, "I don't know what you talking about. I don't watch football, but I'm gonna stay subbed anyway and just join, like, and say hi. But have a good day, dude. You too, mate. RJ will be hosting the United show. I know exactly where Cammy's come from. He's come from one of RJ's. So RJ will be hosting the United show tomorrow, which it's going to be a good one. 8 o'clock tomorrow is when that one's on. There's no Guna show this week because tomorrow is absolutely mad for me already. Might fit it in on Saturday. I don't know, probably not. But we've got today. But it was an interesting one. Sort of the first half, you went in 1-0 up, didn't you? And
Yeah.
you're probably thinking, let's push on from this position, and then sort of the next goal was from Olympiakos, and I have absolutely no idea what Leno and I can't remember who he Ceballos or I mean I just don't know what they were doing. Well, have you got any better ideas on what they were doing?
I don't get how they haven't learned from Burnley, because it's the same thing. It's playing out from the back when it's unnecessary. Leno doesn't need to go to Ceballos there, but even still, Ceballos shouldn't be trying to dribble past this man. He should just be either laying it back to Leno or just, I don't know, kicking it out, because when if in doubt, get it out. But I mean, I just don't know how many times we're going to talk about Arsenal giving away goals from their own individual errors. I mean, we've done it the most out of any team, I think, this season. 7 of our last 14 goals conceded have been through unforced defensive errors, and I think, you know, it's just getting to the point where, you know, it's not finishing our chances and costing in individual mistakes that are costing us games. It didn't cost us today, but it could have, because we looked really shaky after that goal. And I mean, it's always the same. We always let a team back into a game by messing up on ourselves. You know, Olympiakos weren't in that game, and then they get that goal, and all of a sudden we look like we're on the ropes a bit. And I think it's something we really need to cut out, and something that Arteta needs to address.
Do you think that is sort of them just playing out from the back? Because the players, if I'm being brutally honest, the players don't look comfortable playing out from the back.
Yeah, I think when you have Partey in there, it's a lot easier, because he's a player that likes to. He's a transitional midfielder. He likes to break the lines with his passing. But Ceballos just, I don't know what he's good at. I've watched him for the last 2 years, and he can play a decent pass at times. But other than that, I'm not sure what he is. I don't know if he's an 8 or a 10. I'm baffled by him. But I don't know. You know, sometimes us playing out from the back, it works. But there are times when, you know, you don't need to play out from the back. You know, if it's a high pressure situation, you just got to clear your lines. And I think forcing it is ultimately what you don't want to do.
Do you think that's what Arteta is? Do you blame Arteta, or do you blame the players? So, in terms of Arteta is the one that does a lot of the sort of, he makes you do a lot of the passing out and all of that. It is an interesting one, but everyone watching, please make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel with notifications on. We have got the Liverpool show tomorrow, 6 p.m. Then we've got the United show at 8 o'clock tomorrow again. And I'll be on the First 11 on Forward Watch at 10 o'clock tomorrow. Hence why the United show has been moved forward, and the Guna show is no more this week. But I was just saying about, obviously, Arteta and the players and passing out from the back. Do you think that a lot of that is down to Arteta telling them, look, you have to play out from the back, or do you think that's just the players not really understanding what they need to be doing?
I think it's a bit of both, really, because he clearly wants to do it. I mean, he's learned from Pep that that's how he plays, and, you know, it's not going to work if you don't have the players. I don't know how many times we're going to scream it. You don't have the players to do it, so try something new. You know, it does work at times, but at the same time, it also doesn't. And I think you don't need to force it. Just play it if you can, and if you can't, then try a different route. But I mean, Arteta clearly wants to do this system of playing out from the back, which is fair enough, because when it works, it works. But I mean, you have to use the players for it. And if you bring in on Danny Ceballos, he's not a player to play out the back. Mohamed El-Neni came on in the exact same situation as the Ceballos thing, and he played it perfectly, you know. So, I mean, there are players that get it, and there are players that don't. And I think when you play the players that don't, you know, you have to facilitate them and how they play. And if Danny Ceballos is not a player that can suit the system of playing out from the back, you know, coach him in a different way, you know, get him to give it back to Leno, who can then clear the ball. But I mean, don't force it if it's unnecessary.
Yeah, I totally agree. Harry in the comments saying, evening, guys. Hope you're both well. Obviously, we are now joined by Sauls, who I'm going to call out straight away. When you're losing, you don't put our comments up. But when you're winning, you put the comments up. Me and RJ are bitterly disappointed and very disappointed with such behaviour.
Man, I'm too busy being mad at the team.
It's a bit like the chant you only sing when you're winning. Sauls only puts the comments in when he's winning. But we were just talking about sort of playing out from the back, another individual error, leading to a goal. Do you think that this is partly the players not understanding what Arteta wants them to do, and not fully understanding that not every pass has to be from the back, or do you think that it is partly Arteta not coaching them, saying, look, I want you to pass out from the back, but when you're under pressure, just clear the lines. Do you think there might be a little bit of a miscommunication in terms of the tactics there?
I just think the players lack common sense, personally. I think how many times do you have to make the same mistake before you, as a player, identify, okay, I have to use a bit of common sense here. Like, we got caught out against Burnley. We've been caught out against, other teams as well in the past, playing out the back. It's not playing out the back, because for 90 minutes we were fine. It was just that one moment of madness, really. And it's like, secondly, why was Leno so high up? Why was he out of his box for no apparent reason? Number two, why did he take his time running back? He was on the 6-yard box, just chilling. And then as soon as the shot comes in, he tries to dive backwards. It's like it's an element of series of events that take place in this club. It's never just like one or two things that happen. So when people want to blame playing at the back, if anyone's seen the watch along, I said it on there as well. I go, stop blaming it, stop copping out, because it's easy to say that, because the mistake is made because of that. But when players lack common sense, call it out, because that is simply what Leno did twice now. The thing is, right? Like, when a goalkeeper can see that pitch, he can see that, okay, if I make this pass, and this is what, for me, separates the elites of football, your greatest players, like your Messis, Ronaldinhos, your Maradonas, your Yashins, your Petr Schmeichels, and the list goes on, your Casillas, your Buffons, from Leno's, that might be forgotten in 10 years' time, is the fact that they're so good at everything they do. Playing at the back, being a goalkeeper, being commanding. That's what, for me, and I don't want to say it on here because I don't know how explicit it can be, but I say Leno's the B word. He is a P word as well.
What?
Because
bitch?
Yeah, he's a bitch. Oh. He's a pussy.
You can deafen RJ. Yeah. I've said a lot of, not RJ, Sauls. I've said a lot fucking worse on this channel.
Yeah, because
I've had Sauls. I've had Dom on this fucking channel, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, like, my problem is he's so, like, when we look at German keepers, German players, they don't take shit. Like, but this guy, on the other hand, he's such a fake German. Like, I'm sorry, but like, it's your box. It's yours to command. If a player's giving you shit for clearing the ball, go smack him one. Because it's the right thing to do. It's like, you're not, look, I hate, for me, I always look at things in the larger picture, because it's all easy to say, oh yeah, we stop playing out the back. But that's not a mistake because of the system. It's because they're stupid. You're telling me what Xhaka did, the pass he made, a system's going to change that? No. He's still going to make a different type of mistake. Look at when we played Wolves, when we played Leicester. Those mistakes weren't because we were playing at the back. It was because they played backwards in the wrong moments when there was no one to play the ball to. That's common sense you need to use. So I hate it when people, it's such a cop-out for me.
Yeah, 100%. Harry in the comments saying, it's like when it's like Sonny when his internet went down for a couple of weeks. Yeah, I mean, Liverpool were in a really bad patch of form back then. I had a couple of good streams on when Sonny's internet went down. I had Sheffield United beating United. I had Burnley beating Liverpool. I might have been there for the Brighton beating Liverpool. I don't know, but I know I had a lot of good times on hosting on the Football Addiction.
Literally a week after I joined.
They were the times. I'm pretty sure that's when Dom. That's the thing. A lot of the panelists that you see on here, they sort of joined when I was hosting the Football Addiction. It was fucking brilliant. It was as if Sonny tried getting a ton of newbies to chuck in and see how it all went, and now we're all here. And now we're all regulars on obviously a different YouTube channel, because Sonny wants to cry about Liverpool a lot. Although if you check out his stream last night, what is it, Nat Beckenbauer?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
As I said, the counselling session tomorrow at 6 p.m.
I don't forget the biggest statement they made, right? It's not about the injuries anymore. We don't care about the injuries. Don't forget, that's what they also said in the stream. So let's see what happens.
Yeah, 100%. But make sure you tuned in for the counselling session tomorrow, 6 o'clock. They're no longer depressed; they're all completely off their heads. So we need to try and But they've all turned into genie. Like if you watch this channel regularly and you've watched the Football Addiction and now the Liverpool Addiction, if you've watched that and you've seen Genie, Tom and Sonny have joined the Genie bus. They're probably all going out, getting their full-blown kits and go to this trophy parade celebrating. But that's enough for Liverpool. I mean, that counselling session is going to be about an hour long, maybe a bit shorter. And hope for the best, really. But I do want to talk Arsenal. Sauls, you may have an apology to El Nene, mate. So
I never said anything about El Nene, actually.
Hey, you were like, why is he bringing on El Nene? Why is he doing this? I don't understand it. So
no, I said, you know, when he makes this, all right, I'll clarify what I said. So when he makes decisions like this, it's hard to defend because I'm gonna be honest, right? Like anyone else, right? But we did in the stream say, imagine he comes on and scores a banger, you know. So, but I admit, I did say I don't understand this substitution. But then, what I didn't see, but what I didn't see at the time, because El Neni was coming on his own. But then what he did was brought Smith Rowe and Pepe on at the same. That's when I was like, you know what, I actually understand this now. But when he was bringing him on alone, I was like, I don't get it. We need a goal. On his own, it doesn't make sense. With the other two, it kind of starts to make more sense. And what a fucking goal that was!
Well, I mean,
he only scores screamers.
To be fair, on his own, he would have done fine because he's the only one out of the subs that changed the game that much because he scored a fucking worldie.
Yeah. No, I think even when Pepe came on, the movement, like for me, the worst player, and he absolutely pissed me off today was Aubameyang. How many times are you isolating yourself out of a game? Like, it was like he didn't want to be involved. Every run he was making was negative. It was getting himself behind defenders rather than trying to get himself in front and going to the opposite side of the pitch to where the ball is and then going and sitting behind the defender every single time. And then he passes the ball and then goes, I'm just going to stand here. I can't be arsed.
Well, I mean, I know he scored today, but I thought Odegaard was actually quite poor, to be fair. I don't know what it was. That goal really didn't do any good for him because now every time he gets the ball on the edge of the box, he just thinks I'm going to shoot now because I scored one good goal.
I was the opposite. I thought he was the man of the match today.
Really?
Yeah.
I
thought he played really well today.
I genuinely. Gabriel was the man of the match. Gabriel was really good, to be fair, and he got a goal.
I'll give it to Ceballos. Harry in the comments saying, big up Luke for following me back. Big up Luke for that. Now you've got your Twitter friends. Congratulations. But I want to talk about the violent assault that Gabriel did on that player because it looked like he almost killed him. Apparently, you'd think that with the player reaction.
Oh my God.
I mean, at least this player wasn't screaming like a little girl like Lacazette, but footballers have gone really damn soft recently. Well, not recently. Ever since Roy Keane left the sport, football's gone really fucking soft.
It was a fucking brilliant header. I don't know why he's on the floor complaining. Gabriel's leaped fucking like 6 miles in the air for that. And I can't see how they've even checked that because Gabriel he barely touches him. It's just his arm with his head and he's gone to ground like he's been shot 6 times. But I just don't understand it. And then Socrates is all in the ref's face, like trying to make them disallow the goal. Oh, fuck off, Socrates. I don't like Socrates. I really don't. I can't stand
it. Yeah, but what else do you expect him to do? I mean, Arsenal tweeted
probably a bit better that we terminated his contract.
Yeah, and that's the thing. He probably dislikes Arteta a lot because most of the players think Arteta is a prick, especially the ones who have left. And probably some still there. I presume Lacazette.
Yeah, but we now think they're assholes as well. Coincidentally, since they've all left, we've not had a leak in the news.
Yeah, but also you haven't really improved much either. So
Socrates was giving out our team secrets in their change room the other day. That's when one of their players came out and said Socrates was like telling the Olympiakos players all like club secrets. So I mean, that's that's a good way to get it.
And what happened to the press conference, mate? We're gonna win. We're gonna win. Yeah, you fucking did win, didn't you? Fucking looked exhausted, mate.
It is interesting that Arsenal's biggest rivals are now Olympiakos. There's a lot
but it's just what happened last season, isn't it? Like, other than that, it's not really that big of a.
You shouldn't really be blaming them for that. I mean, you can only really look at yourselves.
Yeah. I want to say Bellerin.
Sauce is like, will you fuck off? I want the revenge. It's not our fault.
Yeah, I want my revenge. It's going to happen.
Saka, he was a bit quiet today. Obviously, he's more than entitled.
He was in and out of the game.
He's more than entitled to be a bit tired. I mean, he has carried an entire football club on his shoulders for about a year and a half.
I think
it's Saka FC. It's Saka FC.
I mean, wow.
It's just fatigue, really. I'm sorry.
Harry's saying, can't stay today. Good stream and a good panel. Keep up the great work. Big up to Harry and cheers for the support you give us.
Yeah.
But yeah, Saka, tired or is he just a bit shit?
That's not on.
That's very much so not on me. That's illegal.
Yeah. I just
but you know what? One thing I want to say, right? One thing I have to say. Do you know what? I went on Twitter because I was doing a watch along, so I wasn't on Twitter much, and I am so happy. Yeah, take that, you motherfuckers. Take that. You want to criticize the manager now? You want to criticize him? Man, shut up, lads. Eat that humble pie. Eat that humble pie.
I still criticize. Obviously, I am Arteta out. I still criticize him because you should be beating him.
Sorry, let me change the word. Abuse the manager, right? Now, fuck you, dickheads.
I don't abuse him.
Dickheads.
I don't abuse him. I think he's a bit shit, but I don't abuse him.
No, but look. People are like, oh, it's 1-1, this, that, the other. And then why is he bringing El Neni on? Oh, why is he doing this? Oh, why is he doing that? Why is he playing Willian? No. The lineup came out. The lineup came out.
Why were Arsenal fans saying about El Neni coming on? I mean, maybe you can...
No, and then they were like, when the lineup came out as well, oh, why is Willian playing? Oh, why is Bellerin playing? Oh, why is this happening? Like, just give the guys a chance.
Willian and Bellerin were very good today, to be fair. I thought they were quite good.
Yeah.
They were.
I'm talking more pass. I mean, I never think Bellerin's a good player. But for me, Willian is slowly starting to come into his own game, really. Slowly starting to sort of hit a stride. It's taken him a bit of a while. Well, slowly starting to sort of.
I mean, this is his 7th assist of the season.
4 assists in his last 3 games.
Yeah.
That's all I need to say. He was really good tonight.
I've always said that signings are. The signing has always made sense to me because I was like, you know what, we do need a bit of experience. We need someone that's got that sort of. He's won something in his career, and you need that in your dressing room. But I think the reason why certain people are critical is how much he gets played. More than the fact that he actually... But games like this, I've always said, Willian makes sense to play because you need to be tactically aware. You need to be, in control. And I don't think Pepe offers that. And I don't think Martinelli offers that because they're very sort of direct players. And I feel like you need, especially when you're playing away from home or in this whole like Europa League, you don't even know where you're going to play anymore. But you're always going to be away from home. You need to control those games. And that's what we did today. Even when we were at 1-1, the goals didn't come because we changed our entire game plan. The game plan stayed the same. We just revitalized the players that were playing.
Yeah, I mean, they're just showing the El Neni goal again. And the disrespect that Saul's put on his name was absolutely mad.
Mate, when that goal went in, I told him I'd convert to Islam for him. I see him posting these Snapchats of him with the Quran. I'll do anything for that man now. What a goal. What a man.
And it's given you a bit of breathing space. Obviously, that extra goal could be vital. We all know what Arsenal Football Club are about. That extra goal.
But looking at this game, right? If we score 1 goal, they need to score 3 just to tie the leg. I believe we can score a goal, and I don't think they can score 3. because we even the goal all game. I think the
incoming
goal
of Socrates hat trick.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I think the goal obviously coming from our own doing, and then there was a moment after where El Arabi, like they had some brilliant football, and then El Arabi kind of like shot it. I can't remember. It was after the goal, obviously, but
It was
then
a
they
very
had that chance.
action,
Then they had
that
that chance where the ball's on the right hand side. There's one running through a middle, but he just doesn't pick him out. If he just puts that a little bit further ahead, a little bit ahead of him, he runs onto it. That could have been a goal there.
Yeah. I just think them two, like obviously the goal happened, but then the second, it was only them that really made me think, oh shit, we could have been 2-1 down. But other than that, we were quite solid. Like, and obviously Odegaard had that little stupidity as well, where he kind of from the Bellerin's throw in, and then he kind of just, and then obviously Tierney threw it into, I can't remember who it was, but then they nearly went through and goal as well for the second time. And there are some moments where we need to cut it out, but I just don't think we've got 11 players who are going to be mistake-free for a game. And that's part of the problem.
You know what? Yeah, I'll say this now. We're shit, but we're not shit enough to make 3 individual errors leading to goals in the game. That's what I can say.
Oh, yeah.
Could you just imagine your reactions when if Socrates was to get a hat trick?
I mean, I've got a window right there. Man jumping out.
Just full-blown fucking rage.
Well, I mean, to be fair, in the next leg,
be on here going mad.
I mean, this lead should really mean Martinelli gets a start in the next leg because we're 3-1 up and he hasn't played in so long. Like,
do you know my biggest thing is I just want to know now. I just want to know from Arteta why. Because he's not, neither has like Martinelli come out, nor has Arteta or anyone from the club on that matter come out and definitively told us why Martinelli isn't getting minutes. I'm not saying start the guy, I'm not saying, but how didn't he get at least 10 minutes or 15 minutes today? Like, that's now, I am getting a bit concerned now because I'm like, all right, you could give him every excuse, but I just want to hear it from him now. Like, come out and tell us, as a fan base, look, this is the reason why he's on the bench, but we're not playing him because he still has an injury. But if we absolutely have to play him, we will.
He can't be injured. He's
I don't think it is, but you know, if it is,
I think Arteta just doesn't like him.
I mean, Chris Wheatley's just said from the Arteta press conference that Partey was withdrawn for tactical reasons. So, because that just means he's resting him for Sunday, which is not bad.
Tactical.
We know what tactical. But we know what tactical now means. It just means his way of resting a player.
Tactical, my butt cheeks.
No.
I'm gonna take off Partey and bring on Ceballos for a tactical change.
Listen,
we did. 3-1. So
last 2 games, Arsenal's made individual mistakes.
It would have been 3-0 if Partey was still on the pitch.
It might have not been 3-1 though. It might have not been a 3. We don't know. Like that's the thing. We'll never know.
Shut up, so you know that Partey would have got the same chances.
Well, do you wait?
I mean, but he's been skying every single shot he's taken. He's had 1 shot on target in the last 3 or 4 games.
He's not a goal scorer. I know that much.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, well, he needs to stop shooting. But do you think Willian should start on Sunday?
Ooh, yes. My personal opinion is yes.
You know what? I mean, the thing is, I know some of our results and stuff haven't been the best, but I think team selection is a headache for Arteta because we've been playing good football, and if you keep the players. Like, Xhaka and Partey together work well, and you could see that because when Partey comes off, Xhaka and the shit midfielder equals disaster. So it's really hard for the team selection, bar dropping.
The way I'd set up against Spurs is I'd go Leno, Cedric, Gabriel, David Luiz, Tierney, Partey, Xhaka, Saka, Smith Rowe, William, Lacazette.
This might sound crazy, but
Aubameyang has been dog shit.
Yeah,
and that's putting that mildly politely.
This might be crazy, but I would have gone Leno. The defense is the same, the midfield's the same, but I would have gone Pepe on the right with Cedric because they link up well together. Because when Pepe is an overlapping fullback, he can actually be competent on the right. Willian on the left, Smith Rowe. Yeah, he needs one because I can't. He looked knackered.
But you know, he's an Arsenal lad through and through. North from the derby, I don't think he'll be fatigued. I think his body will just be like, "Fuck this, I'm going for it."
Yeah, but I mean, I'm not going to say anything on Team Lana because Mikel.
I'll definitely rest Saka for the next game against Olympiakos.
It'll probably be similar to this lineup. Maybe bar Lacazette starts and Smith Rowe plays, but I can't see many big changes. And Cedric, because he's been the last two.
Martinelli definitely needs to play.
He needs to get minutes.
I'd give Lacazette a game as well. I think Aubameyang.
Yeah, I don't want to see Aubameyang after what he said after Burnley and then what he's done today. He can fuck right off.
Do you want him out your club, Sauls?
He's going that way. He's going in the direction where I can't defend him anymore. Because firstly, you don't come out when the fan base are so pissed off at the performance. Read the room. Like, come on, man. You're meant to be the captain of the football club, and you're coming out saying, "Oh yeah, we just didn't take our chances, and it is what it is." And it's like I get you're frustrated. I get it, but you're coming out with bullshit like that doesn't help. And then when you do this, now what's your fucking excuse? Are you just gonna say, "Oh yeah, it is what it is," and I was just walking around. I didn't want to fucking play in it. Arteta fucking picked me again. Fucking idiot. I told him I don't want to play in it. Fucking hell, man, it pisses me off.
I'm really baffled by Aubameyang because he seems like he was really up for it against Benfica. Against Burnley, he scored. But in this game, he was just... You're not shit, but he was non-existent again. I don't understand it.
You know what it is, right? We're looking at, on the watch, we were looking at his movement every time. So the ball will be here. He'll be on this fucking side of the pitch, right? Behind 10 defenders. And then he'll move with the defenders. It's like, rather than sticking to your position where there's space, it's like he moves into the defenders. And it's like, well, have you got on the ball this half? No. Oh, guess what? Mate, it's logic in it, common sense. Let me make a different type of move. Let me not do what I'm doing all half. And it's like, he offered us jack all. And this is the problem. When you can go 1 game, 2 game, 3. When it goes to a season where you're disappearing in game. It's not, I've always said, look, you can disappear, but if you work hard, I can forgive you. The guy was working harder to disappear from this game to then actually impact the game.
Yeah, it's sad, but it's the reality that is Arsenal this season. That
do you know what? I do not want to see any fucker in this club ever get given a bumper deal. I want, if it comes to an Ozil situation where they're 350 before, get them the fuck out, because it seems to not be working. I'm not getting driven into this anymore, because Ozil, same thing happened. When we now do it to Aubameyang, the same things happen. Sanchez, we let go, and he's become dog shit anyway. So it's a good thing we didn't do that with him. Now who's going to be next? When the next player we do that with, it's going to be the same pattern, because what are they now playing for? It seems like, we're going to get our money. The club doesn't care, fans aren't there. They're never going to criticize me because I'm Aubameyang. I'm the club captain. You can't criticize me. I've saved you. I got you an FA Cup. Now, the thing is, right, for me, I'll forgive you for a certain time period, and then after that, I'm like, I need a performance from you, because I'm not giving you a whole fucking season to find your footing. If you're not, I've said it before and I'll say it again, if you're mentally not in, get the fuck out. Just say I can't play for personal reasons. Be man enough, right, to go to Arteta and say, look, my mum's situation is affecting me. I can't play. Don't come on the pitch because you are now going to get criticised, because now you put it on yourself. If you know you're not ready to, because I've always said, look, if you're not physically or mentally ready to play the game, don't play. Don't come on the pitch and then give a half-assed performance and then come out. If he comes out and says, look, my mum's ill again, I'm going to be pissed. I'm not going to forgive it. Because you know why? Because if you knew that, why are you playing?
Yeah. I mean, when your best player is not up to his performance levels, the rest of your squad's going to struggle, which is why I think, I'm not saying we're 10th because Aubameyang's been shit this season, but it's part of it. I mean, look how many goals he scored for us last season. You're taking those goals out of a squad. we're obviously going to struggle. It's not like a fucking. There's obviously a fucking correlation between the two. I'm not saying it's all Aubameyang's fault, but there's clearly like.
But you know the problem is it's a key position on the pitch. It's like if he, because he's now become a middle player, he's become the striker, he's become the focal point of our attacks. If that, because it's not that Lacazette's a better player. That's why we look better when he comes on. It's more because he actually gives a shit. He's actually trying.
Lacazette probably offers more to the team because Aubameyang, I hate saying this, but without his goals, he doesn't offer a lot to the team because he doesn't get the assists. He doesn't track. Lacazette's hold-up play is excellent. Against Leicester is probably one of the best examples I've seen of it this season. He brought the other players into the game, which is why he scored.
Against Leicester was Aubameyang?
No,
he was rested.
No, Lacazette played, and I was surprised. Lacazette.
There was Willian and Pepe, wasn't it?
Pepe.
Yeah, Lacazette spent the whole game getting Pepe and Willian involved in that Leicester game. I was very happy that he scored because it looked like a game where he wouldn't score because he was the kind of not the player to get the goal in that game, but he was the player to drop and bring the wingers into it.
But you know what? I don't mind if a player like that doesn't score. It's not for me. It's not Aubameyang not scoring is my problem. I just don't think he wants to play. Is what I'm getting from it. It's like you know what it is, right? What I feel like with Aubameyang, he'll get a bit of stick, then he'll turn up on that game because he's like, let me just like give him a performance, and then he'll turn up like for example Leeds. So then we'll forgive him for the next couple of games, and then he'll do this, and then he'll do what he did against Benfica, for example, and save out like season basically. And then he'll disappear again. And it's like, until he doesn't get a stick week in, week out, it seems like he doesn't want to perform. And it's getting to that point where, unfortunately, look, it's going to become an Ozil situation where people are going to say, look, you're on 250 grand, 300 grand a week, whatever it is that it comes to. It's going to start coming into the conversation. And I'm not saying that should be the conversation, but you wanted the contract, you demanded that contract. Now put some work in for it because I don't care what you've done. Yes, you won us an FA Cup. Thank you. But how long do we now forgive you because you won us an FA Cup? If that's all it took you for you to give a season off, I'm sorry, you're at Arsenal Football Club. I'm not forgiving you for winning an FA Cup.
Yeah.
It feels nice to not have to know that we're going to need a clutch moment or a clutch player in the next leg because we have comfort.
I hope not. I really hope not.
Yeah, obviously I hope, but I can't remember the last time I felt comfortable going into a European tie like this because fucking hell, I can never be comfortable with this football club. But I mean, it was a massive win, and I think it shows it's the fight again that we've seen, in the past few weeks, against Leicester, against Benfica. It's, we were down, not down, but we were drawing, out of nowhere. Gabriel steps up with a fucking excellent header, showing some desire to get us back in front, sorry. And I mean, that third goal really seemed to have wrapped up the tie. I don't want to say that, but it seems to have done it because
I
just can't see us holding it in the second leg.
Yeah, no, it is a fair point to assume that if you do a professional job that you're through. On better news, did either of you see the Harry Maguire miss?
Yeah.
I missed that part of the game. I went to get some food.
Oh, mate.
I heard it was really bad.
It could be missed.
Mate, he's basically a yard out and he's hit the post.
Yeah. No, everyone, because everyone in my uni group chat was like, how the fuck did he miss that? I was like, what's happened now?
And Diallo scored a beautiful goal.
Oh yeah. That
should never have been disallowed. I can't believe that. I think Milan have probably been robbed of a win there. To be fair.
Oh, what are you on about the second one? The
Kese.
Yeah. No, basically, what happened? What's happened there? They've changed the rules. Basically, because it's hit his hand, whether it's accidental or not, it's hit the hand, which means it can't be a goal. Because it's hit the hand, whether it's accidental or not. They have changed the rules and changed the laws so that next season, even if it hits the hand and it's accidental, that can still count. But obviously, this season we're still on this season's rules. It's just the same one with Fulham.
Yeah, because I remember the commentator saying if this was, I think it was July or something, it would have been given.
Yeah, if this is next season, then it would count. But unfortunately, that's the laws of the game.
But
to
now you go.
But to summarise quickly, obviously, we'll start with you, Luke. Obviously, you got the second leg. I'm not sure where it's going to be held. It may be at the Emirates. It may be
Is
at
it confirmed?
fucking.
I'm pretty sure, because that's why we were originally drawn. No, Spurs were drawn away. However, we can't both play in North London because of COVID.
Yeah.
So they got moved to home. That's why we're away. So I'm assuming it's at the Emirates. Yeah.
Yeah, or at Timbuk fucking 2 with the way things are going. But are you confident that you can sort of do a professional job, get through to the quarterfinals, which for Arsenal would be remarkable?
I'd say I'm confident. I mean, this Sunday result, I don't think that's going to come. I really can't see that not knocking us completely. If we lose, I'm not saying we've lost, but if we lose that, I can't see that rocking us completely. I think if we're going to rotate a bit, hopefully Gabby starts. Players like Chambers might even get a game. But I mean, I'm confident that we can go and finish off the job.
And Sauls?
I'm actually I don't think the players exerted enough energy to warrant a rotation, or that makes me think that he will rotate heavily. Because I don't think any of the players were exhausted. I think even today it was a professional performance. It wasn't good. Like, there were moments where, we had the first sort of 10, 15 minutes where we looked good. Then the intensity sort of dropped off. And then obviously, we started picking it up again. And again, it's individual errors that have made this game so much harder for ourselves. Like, we always do this. And it's like, even when we looked at the 40 to the 45th minute, it wasn't easy to watch, like, for an Arsenal fan, because they were cutting through and they were getting close in on goal, and I'm surprised they didn't score, to be honest. In terms of, can we do a professional performance? I think so. I think if they lose this, it's everyone's gotta go. I think everyone, Kroenke, the board, the whole club just needs to be deleted and just redone, because it's like, you can't a 3-1. Because look, yes, they can score a goal. Yes, they can score 2. Yes, all you need to do is score 1 goal and end the tie for complete goodness, because they need 3, and I don't think they can do that.
Yeah, I totally agree. They need 3. Sort of regardless, if you score, then that would need to take it to extra time.
Yeah.
But we have come to the end. Obviously, I've got to be up at, like, I think 9:30 for 4 on testing on Stephen's channel. So make sure you come join us there. First time that we get to see these cars out on track. Gonna be beautiful. Hopefully Hamilton's car gets blown up on the way there, so that I don't have to deal with Hamilton. Hopefully Mercedes have just gone, look, we understand that we're hated by everyone. We're going to leave the sport now. Stephen would be absolutely fucking raging. I can assure you of that much. But I will be giving Hamilton slander. I'll be calling him a fraud and telling Stephen that he robs money off children. But make sure you tuned in for that one tomorrow. Hopefully I wake up in time. I should wake up in time. I should be fine. I'll have my bowl of cereal before I start. And then tomorrow afternoon or evening, shall I say, we've got the Liverpool show, 6 o'clock. So I think it's 6 o'clock. I wrote it down somewhere. I have to write these things down, else I forget.
Or you're going to be here for an hour is Sonny talking about Nat Beckenbauer. So.
Oh, what the fuck was that, man? What the? Do you know what? Horrific. Do you know what? They made it so much worse, because, like, Niall knows you. I was going easy on them. I was like, look, you've got injuries coming back. Don't worry. Like, it's not all. And then they go, oh, it's not. We don't care about the injuries now. Oh, mate, they get it. They are getting it now. If they lose, I'm giving it them.
Absolutely. So we got the Liverpool show 6 o'clock tomorrow. We were going to do a Guna show, but it was going to make everything so congested and all of that my tiny little brain won't allow it. But we've got the United show 8 o'clock, hosted by RJ, who will be doing morning shows soon, I promise. And then I'll be on Ford Watch at 10 o'clock, hence why it's all a bit congested. Put next to City Football Club in there. That's a fact, and it's happening Saturdays, the big stream. make sure you're tuned in Saturday. Trust me, 5 to 6 hours of absolute banter. It's going to be absolutely disgraceful. We're going to try and do it a little bit like a Soccer Saturday style thing, where we'll let you know the scores as they're going in. Hopefully Argyle actually do their fucking jobs, or I swear to fucking God, I will lose my fucking shit. So Ryan Lowe, if you are,
who are you playing?
Fucking Ipswich Town, so we'll probably lose.
Yeah.
But Ryan Lowe, if you do come across this stream, stop letting the team smoke marijuana. It does my head in, right? Not before a game, not at halftime. Stop it. Does my head in. Stop being a twat. And then Sunday we'll have match reactions of the North London derby, and we'll have match reactions of Manchester United versus West Ham United. Obviously, Jesse Lingard not able to play against Manchester United. But United
is he not allowed?
Well, no, because parent club and all that.
But they can give permission to play.
Oh, as if Ollie's going to be like, yeah, go play for West Ham and please score 3 goals against them.
Sometimes.
Huh?
Ollie can be a pretty clueless don, so I want to see. I want to see he's Millie rocking at the Old Trafford Stadium.
He won't. I doubt that will be happening. I think he'll be sitting out that game due to just basic. It's almost in every loan contract you have. You can't play against your parent club. Obviously, Europa League slightly different, which is why Diego Dalot was able to play, although his United career has come to an end. Celebrating an equaliser at Old Trafford with all your AC Milan mates. Yeah, I'm sure Ollie's going to fucking love that, and he's going to be welcoming you back with open arms.
But I can't believe Ollie, they conceded a last-minute equaliser and he's still smiling when it comes to full-time. Are you smiling?
I think it's because he can't believe how good the chances were that he could have won. You think Maguire, you think Dan James, if they both take them chances, then it's 3-1 in the tie. You can't. I don't think you can even blame Ollie for that. I think it's similar with Arteta.
Yeah, so I was about to say it's the same with us.
Sort of similar with Arsenal in terms of the players have had it put onto them on a fucking platter, and they've just decided, nah, fuck it, and thrown the platter on the floor. Like Maguire should be burying his chance. Daniel James, I know it's coming at an awkward height.
But you know that game, from what I've seen, right? It could have gone either way. Like AC Milan could have been 2-0 up at one point, and United could have been like. So I think. It's not a good result for you. Well, actually, no. United are going away now, aren't they?
Yeah,
to the San Siro.
Win the tie.
Yeah, it's a better result for United then, I think, because obviously away goals mean more.
I think they can get a goal at San Siro.
They can get 2.
I know that. I know, obviously, the San Siro and the whole thing of it's difficult, fans and all that. There's no fans. United are on great away form. I think United just have to turn up and do a good job and put these chances to bed. But I hope for RJ, Dom and all the other new United boys that they do that. But we have come to the end of the stream. We've been going for about 50 minutes and I don't think there's much more we can talk about apart from how bad Leno is as a goalkeeper and how Emi Martinez should have stayed, and Arteta has his blood on his hands for that decision. But
I'm not showing the name at the back. I'm not proud of him today.
Aubameyang, Obami who? Obami where? Obama nowhere.
That's a good one.
Luke, where can they find you, bro?
You can find me at Luke AFC on Twitter. You can see my meltdown when Arteta brings on El Neni when we're drawing 1-0 again. Sunday, I'm telling you, it's happening on Sunday. It's happening on Sunday.
And you can find Sauls in Aubameyang's back garden. But Sauls, where can they find you? Shouting.
Police station after assaulting Aubameyang. No, I'm joking. You can find me basically on this channel. I'm pretty much always around. I'll end up on a United show or something. But yeah, no.
I mean, fuck it, why not? That'll be banter. We'll arrange that.
And then now, otherwise, you can find me on Gooner Souls or on Twitter. You can search it as Gooner Souls or at Let's Debate Footy. But no, it's been brilliant again. Thank you very much.
Cheers for having me on
Not
here.
a problem. No worries. And you can find me at Niall_PAFC, and you can find this YouTube channel on Twitch. Make sure to go check us out there. It's exactly the same content, but it costs you nothing just to press the subscribe or follow button. If I find
Actually,
out
no,
that
it costs you to subscribe on Twitch, but not to follow.
Well, not subscribe. You know what I fucking meant. Like, follow. You can follow it, and all is good. You don't have to subscribe. I don't even think I don't fucking know much about Twitch. But make sure you go check that shit out. I mean, I barely know YouTube, but I know fuck all about Twitch apart from these shows do happen on Twitch as well. So for some strange reason, if you're not on YouTube or not watching, if you want a break from YouTube, just go check out our Twitch. It's just calm. And go watch a couple of our streams that we do on Twitch. It would massively help. It brings up a different button as well on here, which is quite cute. It's purple. So make sure you go check all of that out. Big up to all the regulars that come on. Absolutely brilliant. Obviously, this channel was basically sort of made after the football addiction, just so that some mates can just basically chat like they're in a fucking pub. And to be fair, it's a little bit more professional than sitting in a pub and drinking, but I do make sure that I have my drinks with me at all times.
Not when we're all together. Yeah, separate us, and yeah, it's pretty professional. Put us together and it's havoc, mate. I tell you now.
We
Saturday
is the one. Even if you haven't got a team, I'll put it in the group chat, and I need to add Luke into our group chat. To be fair, I definitely need to be doing that. Because what I'm gonna
Luke, I warn you now, mate. I warn you now. Just
some of the shit you're about to see is going to be horrific. But we'll definitely be adding Luke because he's absolute banter. And what I'll do is I'll just put the StreamYard link in there. We're gonna have people dropping in and out all fucking day. I can assure you. We've got 3 hosts for that day. We've got me, we've got RJ, and we've got Sauls. Just in case we need to take a break from not talking and all of that, and when I need to get a cup of tea or God knows, I think Sauls is doing his shopping tomorrow, aren't you? Getting
yeah, I will be. Because I've got no snacks at home. I went and looked. I was like, for fuck's sake, got no chocolates, got no crisps, got fuck off. How am I gonna do 5 hours without nothing? Yeah, I'm definitely going shopping tomorrow.
Absolutely, it's gonna be a great stream. I'm looking forward to it. But Arsenal won, and there's no better way than obviously if no Gooner show this week, we're not gonna hear the intro to the Gooner show. So to end the stream, we're gonna play you out on the Gooner intro, seeing all your favourite players. It's been a great show. Thank you for joining us. But make sure you subscribe. If you're not, I will come to your house. But thank you for watching.